Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be telling you about Social Justice Books, a project by Teaching for Change. So why did I pick this resource? Well, as I was scrolling through, I noticed this one and it particularly stood out to me because book bans are something that are really significant to me. I actually went to a high school in New Jersey where a group of parents attempted to have some LGBT books banned in 2021. And while they failed, it definitely became a big concern to me, as well as something that was not only impacting my community, but also a lot of the rest of the country. So this really stuck out to me as something that has personally impacted me or potentially impacted me, and also impacts a lot of other kids and students in the country. This also stuck out to me because in one of my other classes, we've been talking about children's literature and how it can be helpful when used in thoughtful ways, but can actually be quite harmful if it's being used in ways that are not considering potential biases and might be teaching students thoughts about other cultures and diverse perspectives that are not actually as helpful as they are looking to be. So, Social Justice Books, what is it? So, it's a project from Teaching for Change, which is a nonprofit organization focused on building social justice, starting in classrooms, and helps to provide teachers with resources to accomplish this, specifically through the lens of reading and writing for students. This website specifically provides a critically reviewed selection of multicultural and social justice based books for children, young adults, and educators. So, what do you find when you go to the website? So, when you go to the website, you'll find an About Me section, which tells you about their mission, when this started, why they find it to be an important cause. And then you'll also find that there are book lists with more than 100 children's books and about various cultures and social justice. So as I was scrolling through, I saw anything from books about Black history, activism, body positivity, and even the environment, and truthfully, so much more. You can also find on the website book reviews and ratings from other educators, as well as relevant blog posts with helpful resources and stories from educators who have been in school districts where they were facing book bans, how teachers have utilized these books, why they think they're important, all that. So, as I was looking at the About Me, I saw that the website said this. And it says more than half of the children enrolled in U.S. public schools are people of color or Native American, but only 22% of children's books published in 2016 were about people of color, and fewer than 13% of books published were written by people of color or Native Americans. So I pulled this directly from the website, and I thought it was a really important point to bring up when talking about anti-racism and social justice. It feels like to me that this website is really focused on let's look at the statistics here. You might have seen the infographic that I had on a previous slide showing that in 2018, still 50% of books had white main characters. And then it just went down from there. Animals being in the second highest percentage of main characters in children's literature, and then other ethnic and racial identities being even below animal main characters. So I thought that this was super significant, and I was really happy to see that they included this statistic because I think it really drives their mission forward. So while I think that this resource is super helpful and really can be beneficial to teachers and students alike, there are some potential barriers to consider. So yes, this is a long list of books about different cultures and perspectives and ways of life, but there are technically no guidelines about how the books are being taught or how to have productive conversations with your students that don't unintentionally build on further the biases of your students. It's also important to consider that teachers may have their own biases when picking books. In one of my other classes, we discussed what happens, the danger of a single story, and this idea that books, whether it's children's books or for adults, like putting one culture into one book can also be a dangerous thing. So I think that it's a really great resource. It also has to be taken with a bit of a grain of salt and shouldn't be the only thing being utilized. I was also considering how financial access for teachers and school districts might impact the books that they are able to purchase and provide to students. Additionally, if a school district already has book bans in place, some of these, frankly, might not be allowed in classrooms at all. So moving from there, technology integration. So Social Justice Books utilizes an intuitive website that puts hundreds of children's books resources on a singular platform that is easily accessible. It was super easy to navigate and easy to find things, whether it was the book lists or the blog posts. It was all super easy to find, super clear and well organized. They also have the ability to provide the ability to allow website viewers to purchase books through their website. And in that case, a portion of the cost of the book goes back to Social Justice Books and allows them to continue making this project possible, which I thought was a really great thing, even if they're not able to offer the books for free. So how can this be used specifically in classrooms and even beyond? I thought that this was a fantastic resource that can help teachers find books about all different types of people and social justice causes. I also thought that it could be a helpful resource for parents and anyone else who is interested in finding more social justice focused books for people who are children all the way to adults. So, as someone who's looking to pursue a career as an educator, I would use this resource to find helpful materials, like children's books, to introduce kids to other cultures and more diverse learning. I really enjoyed looking through this website, and I think that it is a useful resource for those looking to bring in more diverse perspectives into their classrooms. It really offers such a wide catalog of books at different reading levels, and I think that's a really beneficial thing and takes a lot of the mental load off of teachers who might not have the time or the ability to go and find books with diverse perspectives from different cultures, written by non-white authors, all of these things. So I think it really takes a lot of that out and can also provide reviews, which can further help teachers decide which books they want to bring into their classrooms. So overall, I found this to be a really meaningful resource that can be beneficial to educators and those who are just looking to learn more about perspectives other than their own. I personally would use this to find meaningful and educational children's books as a teacher, and I think, like I was saying earlier, this would just make that process a lot easier for myself and other educators. So overall, I think I would be utilizing this resource in the future, whether it's for classrooms or for I have younger cousins or even like kids one day. I think that it's really, really great at offering so many different books and opinions on the relevant opinions on those books. So, my questions. I'd like you to consider, why are so many children's books about white characters? Do you think it is worth teaching social justice and anti-racism through children's literature? And how can teachers pick meaningful books about cultures other than their own and make sure they aren't accidentally furthering the biases of themselves and or their students? Thank you.